Hello, Shalom Aleichem. We have another learning from the Yalkut Shimoni on Parshas Chukas. So anyway, let's get to it right now. Let's get to it. Here, this is the Yalkut Shimoni on Parshas Midbar, and let's take a look. It's Chukas. That's the Chukas is about the Parah Adum with the red heifer. Chukas. Vaydaber Hashem el Moshe v'el Aharon. Hashem said to Moshe and Aharon. Rabbi Tanchum by Reb Chanilai Pasuk. Rabbi Tanchum, the son of Bar Chanilai, the son of Chanilai, Pasuk, he started by saying, Imeros Hashem Imeros. The sayings of Hashem are real sayings. They have emes to them. So when Hashem says something, it means something. Tehillim Yud Beis Zayin. It can be looked up in Yud Beis Zayin. Imros Hashem Imros. The sayings of Hashem are real sayings. Are amaros. Something has been said of emes. Imaros basar adam einon imaros. The sayings of flesh and blood are not real sayings. B'noheg sheba olam. Melech basar b'dam nichnas lamadina u'bnei hamadina mekalsin oso v'orev lo kilusin. So the way of the world, a king of flesh and blood, a mortal king, goes to a country, goes into one of his countries, or a country, and u'bnei hamadina mekalsin oso, the people of that country, they give him a lot of praise, v'arev lo kilusin, and then they start erecting a lot of nice praise for him. Omer, he says, Lamachar ani boneh lechem dimusios. He says, tomorrow I will build for you places for you to meet. Dimusios. We can look it up over here. Dimusios is Perish Binyanei Tzibor. That's public housing. Ayin Arach, Ayin Damas Gimel. And over here it says Bimusios. So anyway, so he gives them promises. He says, Lamachar ani boneh lechem demusios. Tomorrow I will build for you places, public places of meeting. Umer chatzos, and the bathhouses, public bathhouses. Lamachar ani machnes lechem amasamayim. Tomorrow I will bring, in the future, tomorrow I will bring for you a amasamayim, a water system, a system of water, and like a lake. In other words, there should be a lot of water, and things should be hydrated and good. Yoshan lo, he goes to sleep. Velo amad, and it didn't stand. It was an empty promise. Heichon hu, where is he? Heichon imrosov, where are his promises, his sayings? Aval hakadosh baruch hu einu kan. Elo Hashem Elokim emes. Aval hakadosh baruch hu. Eino kain. Aval hakadosh baruch hu eino kain. Hashem is not like that. It's not the same way like that. Elo Hashem Elokim emes. Hashem is the true God. Hashem, that's in Yirmiyah, Yirmiyah, the 10th Perek, the 10th pasuk. Mahu emes. What does it mean by truth? Shehu Elokim Chayim umelech olam, that he is the living God, Hashem, v'melech olam, and the king forever, reigns forever, Shem. So Tahoros, what does it mean, Emros Tahoros? That they are pure. Rabbi Yudin b'shem Rabbi Yochanan, Rabbi Berechia b'shem Rabbi Abaye, b'shem Rabbi Yoshua ben Levi. So they said, Rabbi Yudin in the name of Rabbi Yochanan, and Rabbi Yochanan, Rabbi Bracha in the name of Rabbi Avaya, V'shem Rabbi Yehoshua in the name of Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi. This is what they said. Matzinu she'ikem hakosov shtayim v'shalosh tevos v'torah kedei shelo lahotzi davar tumah mepiv. Matzinu, we find that she'ikem, we can try to find out what she'ikem means, but anyway, it says that the Torah said a few extra letters, because every letter in the Torah means something. So a few extra letters were said in the Torah in order that something of impurity should not come out from the Torah. In other words, it was added a few extra words, two and three extra words were added so that the Torah should not have to say something which is impure. We find that the Torah added 2 or 3 words in order that something that is not pure should come from the Torah. Harihu Diamar. This is what it means to say, Mikol ha-behema ha-tahora. This is where it's saying, this is the quote. Mikol ha-behema ha-tahora. Every behema that is pure, in other words, tahor, a kosher animal. Begomer. Bereshis Zayin Beis. This is in Bereshis Zayin, the 7th chapter, Beis, the 2nd pasuk. So it says, Mikol ha-behema ha-torah, from every behema that is Torah, that is pure, that is kosher, umin ha-behema asher eineno, umin ha-behema asher shemeyahi ein kasev kan. And it does not say from the behema that is impure, or that is tamei, God forbid, impure. Umin ha-behema asher shemeyahi ein kasev kan. From the behema that is impure, it does not say in the Torah, Ela asher eineno tahora. Umin ha-behema asher eineno tahora. From the behema which is not pure, meaning it does not say a behema that is tameya, but the behema which is not pure, And in other words, that's a nicer way of saying, this is saying something in a nice way. So in other words, Imros Hashem, Imros Tahoros. Amar Rabbi Yudin Bar Menashe Kishaba Leftoach B'Simone Behema. Rabbi Yudin, the son of Rabbi Menashe, says, when they go to open up the Simone Behema, the signs of a Behema Tameya that is non-pure, Posach Lohem B'Simone Tahora. So the Torah begins with Simone Tahora, with the Simonim, with the signs of Tahora, that it's a Tahor animal, that it is a kosher animal. And then it says Esa Gomol Kilo. Then it talks about the ones that are not Tahor. Asher Eineno Tahora, which is not Tahor. It says the Hagomol, the camel. Kilo Mafris Parsa. Because the camel does not have split hooves. Kilo Mafris Parsa. Ein Kosiv Kan. But anyway, that's not the point. The Torah does not say that. The Torah does not say it. The Torah says, Esa Gomol Kilo Mafris Parsa Ein Kosiv Kan. The Gomel, the camel, it doesn't say that it does not have split hooves. Elo Ki Ma'alo Geirahi. It says the camel does chew its cud twice. It chews the cud, and then it goes down the throat, and it chews it again. In other words, that is a Simone Tahora. So so it doesn't say by the gomel, by the camel, that it does not have split hooves, but it says kimala geirahu, that it does have that. But it says still it does not have the other thing. Vayikra Yud Aleph Dalet V'chein ba'arnebes v'shofun b'chazir. And the same thing with the arnebes, with the different kinds of animals that are not kosher, that are not kosher. So it doesn't say that. It doesn't say it's a gamel kilom after parsa. It doesn't say the gamel the camel that it does not have split hooves. It says it still has it, that it has something that is kosher about it, but it is not kosher. It has one of the simonim, but it doesn't have the second one. You need two simonim, split hooves, and also we need that it chews its cud twice. But it says that it does. Kimala Geirahu, that it does chew its cud, but still it's shown that still it is not a kosher animal. That is not kosher. Let's take a look. This is Chukas. One moment. This is Vaydaber Hashem el Moshe. Hashem said to Moshe, V'el Aharon leimor, and to Aharon saying, Zos Chukas HaTorah, Asher Tziva Hashem leimor. This is Zos Chukas HaTorah. This is the judgment. This is the law of the Torah, Asher Tziva Hashem, which Hashem commanded leimor, saying, Daber el b'nei Yisrael v'yikchu elecha paro aduma tamima asher ein bo mum. Go to the b'nei Yisrael v'yikchu elecha. You should bring for yourself a perfectly red heifer, which is a perfect specimen. Asher ein bo mum, where there is no blemish in it. Asher lo ola oleho ol, that did not have a yoke on it ever. Unesatem osa el Elazar Cohen, and you should give that para adoma to Elazar Cohen. Elazar Cohen. V'hotzi Osha el michutz lamachana, and he should bring it to the outside of the camp. V'shachat osah lefonov, and it should be shechted. It should be slaughtered in front of him. And Rashi says for that, v'shachat osah lefonov. And it should be slaughtered in front of him. Yumam and Beis. Zar shochet, v'elazar roeh. Zar shochet. That means somebody that is not a kohen can shecht it, can slaughter it. V'elazar roeh. Elazar, the son of Aharon HaKohen, has to see it. In other words, he has to be the one supervising. But a Zor, somebody that is not a Kohen, can do the slaughtering. Let's see. Okay, okay, Zor Shochet, Elazar Roeh, Zor, somebody that is not a Kohen, Shochet, can slaughter the paraduma, but Elazar Roeh. Elazar is the one Roeh that sees. It's under his hashkacha. Oh, and here we are. Here's Tehillim. Good. It's the Psalms. Good base. The 12th Perek and pasuk Zion. Imros Hashem Amoros Tehoros. The sayings of Hashem are pure sayings. Kesef Tzoruf. It's Kesef Tzoruf. It's like silver that is whatever the work that's done on the silver. It's like silver that's beaten and worked over. It's like they work over silver with fire and they beat it with a little hammer and they come out with a beautiful object. So this is Amaros Taharos. The words of Hashem are like Amaros Taharos, pure words, which is finely beaten, finely worked over, silver which is finely worked over. Ba'alil la'oretz mezukok shibosayim. Ba'alil la'oretz. That can be looked over. Get a translation of that. Ba'alil la'oretz. Ato Hashem tishmereim. You Hashem will watch them. Titzrena min hador zu li'olam. Titzrena min hador zu li'olam. Ato Hashem. This has a Hebrew explanation here. Let's see if we can see it. Oh, here, this is Hein Kikesef Tzorf. This is like beaten silver, finely beaten silver. Vedavar Adon Haaretz Mezukok Shivosayim. And words of the Adon Haaretz, of the Lord of the land, meaning Hashem, Mezukok is Mezukok. This word, we have to find out with Hashem's help. Shivosayim. Ato Hashem tishmereim titzrena min hador zo li'olam. Ato Hashem tishmor nidkoyim ele. Ato Hashem tishmereim. You Hashem will watch them. Ato Hashem tishmor nidkoyim ele. You Hashem will watch these people that are downtrodden. Notzor li'olam, they will be watched forever. They will be watched forever. In other words, protected forever. Kol echad v'echad mehem, every one of them. Mehador hara hazeh, from this evil generation. Ato Hashem tishmereim, you Hashem will watch them. Titzrenu min hador zu li'olam, you will watch them from this evil generation. Saviv rishoim yisalachun, ki harishoim misalchim misaviv la'ani lahashila, because the Rishoyim, the evil people, go around the poor person, lahashilo, to make him stumble. Kurum zulus l'bnei adam. V'einayim ra, and evil eyes, v'hisromeim mushpal b'einay bnei adam. V'einayim ra, the evil eyes, v'hisromeim mushpal b'einay bnei adam. Saviv rishoyim yisaluchan, kurum zulus l'bnei adam. V'einayim ra, and the evil eyes, v'hisromeim mushpal b'einay bnei adam. And I think their evil eyes, when v'hisromeim hamushpal, when somebody that is downtrodden becomes elevated, B'nei Adams, in the eyes of people. So there are the Rishoyim, the evil people, have evil eyes on that. In other words, they don't like this. They view this in a bad way. In other words, when somebody that is downtrodden, so with Hashem's help, he brings himself up, and he gets himself in a better way. So the people that have the people that are the Rishoyim, they don't like this, and this is bad for them. They don't like it. It should be the other way around. That when somebody is able to get himself up, it's very good for us. We thank Hashem for it. But so this is the way certain people think. So, and they should get out of that way of thinking. And there should be refuos and yeshuos. People should get better in refuos, and for people what they need for themselves and for the Am Yisrael, things should get better, and people that are the Refoim, the Chalayim should have a refuah and everything, and all good, alles good. Kol tov.